29 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Have you heard that lead guitar in there? Edson Ajamu Mitchell, good morning to you. Whenever I hear that guitar, he comes to mind. Mr. Aiden Slinger, good morning. Eugene Gittens, good morning. Nodley Frederick, good morning. Denzel Thomas, good morning. It's a Friday, overcast on the outside. So we know Easter is around the corner. Yeah, that kind of weather. Sun and rain. It's also the start of the athletic season for the various schools and institutions.
One more time. If you are born again and you know Jesus, I want to hear you scream.
All right, folks, I seem to be experiencing some technical issues with our Facebook page this morning. Don't know why. Yeah, when you see me dancing, don't think I'm getting crazy. I'm just dancing like a winner man because I might have just won one of the battles that, that are there to be fought. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Auntie Elsa, Trev, Sammy, Skeeter, Potty, and the grandchildren, good morning to you all. How are you all doing? Happy New Year. Uncle Trev, you good? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Time has, really, really elapsed on us. I remember just the other day, sitting down and play all fours and things, and everybody gone clear. Joe, good morning. Miss Annie, good morning to the entire home, household and circle. Lovely, I've gotten it. And of course, Mary Banks is with us already. Good morning, Mary. Alicia Peters is there also. Good morning, Alicia. How are you? Nice. It's 26 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Yeah, all is well. Erling all the way in New York. Good morning to you. Good morning. Hope you're doing fine, all right? Nice. Yulin Alexander is with us. Good morning, Gordon. Good morning to everyone. Have a blessed, wonderful day and weekend, everyone. Yulin, you do the same, all right? Yolan Swan. Good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning to the listening public. Blessings. Blessings to you and all the folks up at Upper St. John and St. Andrew. Hermitage, good morning. Heslin Flanders and Marcia, good morning. Sylvina Charles, good morning, Innocent, and everyone tuned in at this time. I want to say good morning to Nimi and the crew up there in Windsor Forest. Big J, Kozo, morning. Catherine Phillip, good morning. Grenada, good morning, Innocent. Thanks for the wonderful week and the many smiles. Have a great weekend. When you see me smile, girl, I smile like a winner, man. Yeah, I think it's easy to smile. You think it's easy to take it easy? Nice. Good morning to Louis and Burke and Morris and the entire household out there in Coles Gap. Lassa, just good morning. Of course, I've got to big up the team that's making the difference. The Six Senses team, good morning. Yeah, Thomas and everybody, good morning. Good morning, Beatrice. Good morning. Nice. No one left behind. It's 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Let's get with the program, okay? And the word for the day today, it is an adjective. It is a describing word. And that word is circumspect. Circumspect. C-I-R-C-U-M-S-P-E-C-T. Circumspect. Whenever I hear this word, my grandmother comes to mind. She always used that word to me. You have to be very circumspect, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, someone described as circumspect is careful to consider all circumstances and risks before doing or saying something. Pastor Laurie John over there at the Pearls Church of God, good morning to you. Miss Ann Williams, Cousin Ann, Miss Lyra, good morning. Catherine John, good morning. Nice. Yeah, someone described as circumspect is careful to consider all circumstances and risks before doing or saying something. Here's how we can use the word in a sentence. We can say they are circumspect in all their business dealings. Yeah. Good morning to you, Mr. Peter Andal and the folks of Andal and Associates. Peter, you're working too hard, boy. The land thing. But again, that's how you're keeping fit, eh? Keeping young as always. Keep it up, bro. Happy New Year to you and your entire staff. Yeah. Shanti Mel, good morning to you. Davy in St. Patrick, Mount Craven. Sotes, good morning. Shirley down at the bus terminus in Sotes, good morning to you. Good morning, Jillian, too. All right, it's time for the thought of the day, and I've got to say good morning to the folks in Cafe and Crowshoe and Bacolet. Kitty Cat, good morning to you and the family. Good morning to the Sandersons, Nakita and Ryan and the entire household. The McQueens, good morning. Miss Holmes, good morning. Louie, good morning. Debbie and Dixian, good morning. I hope I have the second name right. Yeah, good morning to you all. Mama Ken, Rastiba and the family. Yeah, morning. Moyaki and everybody. Mommy Lyris. I don't know why I usually start calling the names, because you get to realize that I know everybody in Grenada. And when I ain't call some, so only one set of people name you calling, well, that is what comes to mind at the moment. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But nonetheless, it's time for the thought of the day. And the thought of the day today is, you don't always get what you wish for, but you get what you work for. I like this one. This one is nice. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride. So you don't always get what you wish for, but you get what you work for. Set a goal and work hard to achieving it. Set achievable goals, right? Not goals that are so big that they will frustrate you. Understand? All right, 20 minutes on to 7 o'clock. Buzzing this morning. Well, before we go further, hopefully I should be having my good friend Mr. Jarvis Dabrio from CSERT this morning with us. Yep, I promise that I'm going to make him a staple on the program at least once a month, have him to let us know what's happening in the world of technology. Yep, so this morning I should be having Mr. Dabrio with me, and that's good. That's nice, that's good. Morning, Judlan, Sylvie, Daphne. Nice. Right. Upgrade. Procedures are being put in place for the implementation of the license upgrade that was announced late last year. Okay. So look out for that, folks. Remember, the hunting season is closed. Yeah, this morning on our way down, I saw a manico crossing the road, and they had to swing away from it. You know, you don't want to crush it, because it's not time to be hunting them, all right? And I don't eat that, so I wouldn't even, that's a normal thing. I would swerve away from it. Yeah, the officer just, you know what I'm saying? Nice. Now, the Independence Calypso Monarch competition sees record entries. As the journey to 50 continues, several beautification initiatives have been noticed across the capital city in St. George. in St. George's, capital, right? Others include the draping and buntings, commissioning of the mural on Bruce Street, and repainting of road railings, and so much more. Now, while that is happening in St. George's, the folks in Guave saying, we ain't feel that yet. What's going on? That's unheard of in Guave. Eh? Guave is usually the buzz, you understand? So I know what's going on up there. Now, for the next 3 days, representatives of CARICOM countries will be part of a technical working group that are seeking to share strategies and develop a framework that will help address crime in the region. This session is being held in Grenada and was officially opened on Wednesday. Okay. Grenada is the place now. Everything is in Grenada, boy. Wow. Whoever thought? Grenada to the world. Now, an altercation between a bus driver and a passenger resulted in gunshots being fired. That was caught on video and that has gone viral. That is the part of Grenada that I want to, kind of calm down. Yeah, the relevant authorities, please, have another gun amnesty, create a motivation for people to bring in the illegal firearms. It's getting too rampant, man. Grenada was known for cutlasses and so forth, but now, wow, oh my goodness. Where are the guns coming from? We don't produce guns in Grenada. No, we don't. I mean, we make the little hunting thing, little catapult and little, the guns that we use a tire tube and things like that. But again, Grenada, we have gotten so technical that maybe we could make them. I don't know, but I don't think we are making guns in Grenada. So where are they coming from? We gotta, clamp down on the ports of entries. Yeah. Now, the Association of Media Workers is calling on the government of Grenada to make a public apology for a decision that led to media houses being barred from covering the swearing-in ceremony. Well, we looked at that already. The impact of minimum wage. What can we expect? As far as employers being able to afford to pay the minimum wage, what can be expected going forward? My good friend Christopher Diali, he chipped in and, made some comments. Now, the issue of truckers on the road has become a concern after GBN reported seeing a few trucks on the road operating with little concern for the safety of the general public. One such incident was an oil spillage on the Mount Kuma road that led to drivers losing control of their vehicles. Yeah, that's something you'll have to look into. Not just that, but also trucks carrying things like gravel and sand and cement and so forth. If you have, something that fell from your truck, I think it's right and it's proper to do the right thing and clean it up, Get on a drive and clean it up, because most of the times they fall around corners. It's dangerous for people on motorcycles and vehicles as well. You can lose traction and create accidents and fatalities and injuries. So let's do the right things, folks. Grenada is on a trajectory for great things. Let's major in the majors and not in the minors. Let us deal with the things that need to be dealt with, all right? So, folks, it's 15 minutes on to 7 o'clock. It's time for us to take that break and do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. Before I go, let me quickly run through the Facebook page again. All right. Karen Coppin, good morning. Happy day from Trinidad. Happy day. Okay. Be safe in Trinidad, all right? Monica Mayros Williams says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Monica. Veronica Sandy says, good morning, Gordon, Innocent Joseph, Grenada, Carrico, P.D. Martinique. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. All right. Sharon Bartholomew, good morning all the way from Northern Virginia. Happy Friday. Stay in your cold place. You could have been here, but you choose to be up there. Margaret Alexander, good morning, Innocent. Happy Friday and weekend. Thanks and same to you, Margaret. Marlene Murrell, good morning, Mr. Joseph. It's good to be home. Hey, you home? Well, that's nice. Gwenny Wellington is watching. Keep watching. Good morning, my brother Cecil Cadet, to you and the entire home circle. Stay blessed as always. All right. Sweetie Williams says, good morning, GBN. Happy Friday, guys. Blessed weekend. Desmond Clovey, good rainy Friday morning, everyone. Roger Buckmeyer, good morning. Okay, the others I would have to do when we get back. I've got to take that break and do the AM edition of News, Sports, and the Weather. And those of you who are locked on to GBN Television, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Stick and stay with the network. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
When you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next time, next time, next time, next day, oh.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Thanks for joining us. The Pan American Health Organization, PAHO, has raised concerns about the continued circulation of SARS-CoV-2 and other respiratory viruses in the region of the Americas, encompassing the Caribbean. Health officials here are closely monitoring the situation, advising the nation to stay alert to prevent potential outbreaks. Renapet Thomas reports.
In a recent statement, the Pan American Health Organization highlighted the ongoing threat posed by SARS-CoV-2 and other respiratory viruses in the Americas. The organization emphasized the need for heightened vigilance and proactive measures to curb the spread of these infectious agents. The warning serves as a reminder for countries within the region to stay on high alert, given the unpredictable nature of the virus and its variants. As of January 11th, Grenada has not recorded any case of the new SARS-CoV-2 variant. Kevin Frederick, Senior Health Communications Officer, in a phone interview with GBN, said that they are actively monitoring the situation and collaborating with international health organizations to stay abreast of the latest development.
So we have an active surveillance unit with a competent team of experts who are always on the ball and very proactive, and kudos to them. They have been monitoring the situation, collecting and analyzing our data, and also keeping a close eye on everything COVID-19, and so on, and the situation as it unfolds both in and out of our country.
Frederick says that so far Grenada remains a safe place, as there is no report of COVID-19 cases that warrants any panic.
It's relatively safe in Grenada. No alarming increase in cases, and that warrants any panic. And we continue to enjoy a climate that is rather safe here in Grenada, with a very positive outlook for our country, as the risk is significantly low. And that is very, very important when one was to consider our risk analysis from a risk communication standpoint. Grenada is very safe, and we are happy that we are able to keep it that way.
The communications officer said that the absence of cases should not lead to complacency, as the Ministry of Health is urging the public to remain vigilant and adhere to preventative measures.
All things considered, now that can change in the blink of an eye, simply because we're in a global village, and with global travel even peaking, the situation can change. So to minimize the risk of any major spike in cases, the message is clear. Do not drop your guard. Do not become too complacent and think that we are invincible. So we are encouraging persons to continue putting the health first. Adopt and or readopt all of the measures and the practices that are effective and are effective still in the management and prevention of viruses such as COVID.
Frederick reminds the public to practice good hand hygiene, wear masks in crowded places, and maintain social distancing while encouraging them to stay informed about the latest updates and follow guidelines issued by health professionals. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
While many are excited about the implementation of the minimum wage, many others have expressed anxiety. What is or is not likely to happen? Christina John spoke with businessman and former Senator Christopher Dialli about the adjusted minimum wage.
The minimum salary or wage to any working person is no longer less than EC $1,200 per month or no less than 60 EC per day, according to SRO number 42, 2023, which was gazetted on the 15th December. The new order, which came into effect on January 1st, covers an expanded category of workers, including media workers, call center workers, helpers on construction sites, and sanitation workers. Managing Director of Seasons Paint Grenada Limited and former business representative in the Senate, Christopher Dialli, said we must first see its impact before suggesting amendments.
I'm not sure if it's a review. I mean, with every new piece of legislation, there are things that you may have missed and you could amend, or you could seek clarification, and the appropriate ministry will give the clarification. So I'm not, because they did indicate a lot of consultations took place, but when you really do write these things and you come to the detail and the implementation, then you may see areas where you may need to adjust or may come back and amend and so on based on the degree of circumstance in the new law. So it is those kind of things, but I'm not sure if we need to do a full review. It's just to hear the feedback and see what needs to be made in terms of adjustments.
The minimum wage does not address productivity, but rather a balanced wage that employers should be guided by. However, the challenge comes with the amount of productive hours for a day's pay.
Because you may have workers that come, for example, in government, all the people that work on the debushers, they will work for a minimum of, 4 hours a day and get a full day's pay at the minimum of, or even better. So if that is the accepted norm, it is not the most productive way, because you would pay for a day, and a day is normally in Grenada 8 hours, right, or 40 hours a week. So there are circumstances that vary that will relate to productivity that may not necessarily the minimum wage may not necessarily deal with it. So you as the employer had to work out what you think is reasonable for you for a day's pay. In agriculture, some people work from 6 in the morning till 10. And then after that, they say the sun too hot, they can't make it. So if you want to pay for 4 hours at a full day, that's your choice. But you can't go below the minimum wage because it would be an illegal situation. So it really depends. The productivity issue is slightly more complicated as it relates to how minimum wage work.
The subject of job cuts came into focus. It appears that some level of compromise must be reached.
Consequences when we had initial discussions on the increase, that some employers would not be able to afford some people. So take, for example, daycare of the elderly and geriatric care. The increase that have been leveled there, some people may need 3 people to take after the elderly, morning and night and later on, based on the shift. And some people may say, well, they can't afford it at that rate, so they may have to reduce it to 1 or so. Or some may say they can't reduce it, they can't afford at all. And then there is domestic workers as well, and what happens there. And the issue becomes, if a domestic worker says to you that, this is the new rate, and you say, well, I can't afford it, you have to send you home. And the person may say, no, I'm willing to work for something less. Or, even though I'm working for what now, could you give me a little increase, which is even still less than the minimum wage? And the issue becomes, are you going to entertain that because it's illegal in the system? And the employer then could be taken to task. So there are all these issues when people come with that. And if you have somebody working with you for years and you can't afford now, you want to send them home, it's not an easy thing for for them and of course the employer. So it has some difficulty there, and there would be room for some level of negotiation, I believe, that needs to take place.
Christina John, GBN News.
Other news, the Association of Caribbean Media Workers, ACM, is calling on the government of Grenada to issue an apology to media workers following its recent actions that led to the barring of media workers from the swearing-in of new cabinet ministers at the Governor General's residence on January 4, 2024. Here's the report.
The Association of Caribbean Media Workers, ACM, which is a network of journalists, media workers, and media associations spanning the Caribbean Basin, issued a statement earlier this week in solidarity with actions taken by the Media Workers Association of Grenada, MWAG, to boycott a government press conference last week Friday after local media were excluded from the swearing-in of new cabinet ministers. This was Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell's first major cabinet reshuffle. Vice President of the Caribbean Media Workers Association, Nazima Ragiber, spoke with GBN on the issue.
For us, monitoring the situation, but also looking at what has been happening with the media engagement with the government, I think the only proper thing to do is for the government to issue an apology and try to correct the relationship, or try to establish a relationship that would guide, a media policy that would guide the relationship between the government and the media. I don't understand how an event where this is public information, where the public is dependent on us, the interlocutors, and those of us that disseminate information, how somebody could have thought it best to bar the media from such an event. It is just very mind-boggling.
She described the government's decision to withhold the dissemination of the relevant information until after a planned press conference some 24 hours later as a smack of disrespect for not just the media but the general public.
This is the public that you're going to ask for support. You're asking for support with your government policies, whatever you do around budget, to support your ministers as they change portfolios, to support the government. And if this is how you're going to treat the public, we are just part of the public bringing your information to the public. For me, it's just disrespectful. At the end of the day, any government that is interested in transparency and accountability have to have that open policy that is inclusive of the media. We are not just bystanders and onlookers. We are part of the environment and that whole information environment. And that is why we're there at every beck and call. This is not just some other event or somebody's personal event. This is a national event in which Grenadians are looking onto. And I think this is why it's so disturbing. And I commend the Media Association for calling it out right there and then.
There has been debate in various quarters over the protocol traditionally applied for the swearing in of cabinet ministers after a reshuffle, with some noting that entry to the Governor General's residence is by invitation only. Despite varying views, ACM shares MWAG's view that the media should have been afforded the opportunity to cover the event.
Always. This is not nobody's personal business. This is the people's business. And that is why we are there to provide that information.
For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Concerns have been raised over truck operators who operate loaded trucks without regard for other motorists and the law. The concerns follow accidents stemming from an oil spill on Wednesday. Beverly Telesford tells us more.
On Wednesday, while on journey to an assignment, the Grenada Broadcasting Network reporters observed a blue truck carrying barrels of oil in its tray traversing the Mungay Road headed in the Bolio direction. Oil began spilling from one of the barrels onto the road, prompting our news team to pull over the driver, alerting him of the situation. The driver thanked us for the alert, however, did not make any move to prevent further spillage. That same evening, a video began circulating on social media of multiple vehicles that skidded along the Mankuma Road due to a trail of oil in the road. 3 cars were observed in a small pileup along the roadway.
Coming down, and you have a hose of the oil in the road. We was the first. Look at the gentleman. Look at the gentleman. We was the first vehicle to run off the road, and then we run off the road right here, and then another vehicle coming down.
This incident serves as a stark reminder of the rules governing the operation of loaded vehicles. Under Chapter 289 of the Road Traffic Act, Section 57 reads, quote, "Any person who drives a motor vehicle on a road without due care and attention or without reasonable consideration for other persons using the road commits an offense and shall be liable on summary conviction to a fine of $1,000 or to imprisonment for 6 months or to both such fine and imprisonment," end quote. It further states, quote, "A person drives a motor vehicle without reasonable consideration for other persons using the road if he or she drives the vehicle on a road when that vehicle is so loaded that it spills its load on the road so that the spillage constitutes a danger to other users of the road," end quote. While on the same journey on Wednesday, our news team observed another open back truck carrying a load of sand with no covering. Sand from the truck blew back onto the windscreen of the GBN's vehicle. Subsequently, on Thursday morning, another truck was observed carrying a load with no covering to prevent spillage onto the road. Our news desk reached out to the traffic department of the Royal Grenada Police Force for a reinforcement of the law which speaks to operating loaded trucks. However, until news time, a response was not forthcoming. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
The first sitting of the Court of Appeal will be held in Grenada as the legal fraternity in the region prepares to celebrate Law Year 2024. Rena Ped Thomas has this report.
The first scheduled sitting for the Court of Appeal for 2024 will take place in Grenada from the 15th to the 19th of January, and it will later move to St. Vincent and the Grenadines from the 29th of January to the 2nd of February. With Grenada also being the host member state of the new law year, the Crown Ballroom of Radisson Grenada Beach Resort has been declared a court for the special sitting to mark the opening. Attorney of Law Anselm Clouden spoke of the importance of the sitting for the Court of Appeal.
Well, I think it is somewhat historical in the context that since the advent of COVID-19 and the technological advancement of the court whereby matters could be heard virtually, I think it is indeed historical, albeit in a limited context, that the Court of Appeal is sitting in Grenada at this particular time.
The Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court will mark the commencement of the new law year with its traditional ceremonial opening proceedings under the theme Innovation and Justice Reform, the ECSC looking to the future. Chief Registrar of the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court, Mrs. Mitchell John Tierball, spoke of the plans for Law Week 2024.
So coming down the chain, there are church services followed in the same way by the procession. Then there will be the inspection of the Guard of Honor, and in Grenada that will be done by the Chief Justice, and in the other islands it will be done by the Senior Resident Judge for the island. And then we settle down, and at 10 a.m. we have the special sitting to mark the opening of the law year. Now this sitting, although it's going to be coming live from Grenada, it's going to be broadcast to all the 8 other member states and territories.
The ceremonial opening will will commence with a church service in most member states and territories, followed by the procession to the High Court, where the formal special seating of the court will be held. In Grenada, the church service will be held at the Blessed Sacrament Catholic Church, commencing at 8 a.m. The chief registrar spoke of other activities carded for the new law year.
Her Ladyship, Dame Janice Pereira, will deliver the feature address, and Her Ladyship is going to focus on what the court has been doing, the activities the court has been engaged in over the last year. This year, the theme for the opening is Innovation and Justice Reform, the ECSC, look into the future. And then the latter part will let persons know, get a glimpse or a snapshot rather, into the future plans.
Okay.
Moving forward.
The special sitting will be used as a platform to educate the public about the achievements of the ECSC over the past year and its plans for the new year. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Now, 30 days missing at sea with no confirmed sighting of the fishermen or their boat. Beverly Telesford reports.
It marks 30 days since 22-year-old Sean Lewis and 25-year-old Chris Cooley Hamilton of St. Andrew have gone missing at sea. Family members and friends still have no official word about the whereabouts of the men. Since they have gone missing, a number of searches were carried out, but the fishermen have not been sighted. A candlelight vigil was held in the community of Soubise on Wednesday, December 20th, 2023, 8 days after the men were reported missing, as family members gathered to offer prayers and hope for their safe return. 1 month later, a family member attached to one of the men said they have not given up hope, as they are following up on a tip of 2 men discovered floating in Colombian waters. The family member told GBN they are not certain if the 2 men are Lewis and Hamilton because the men were reportedly in such bad condition they could not speak. GBN reached out to the Community Relations Department of the RGPF, which reported that the Coast Guard was aware of the circulating rumors, however, has not received such report. While the Coast Guard and local fishermen conduct searches at sea, other members of the RGPF have been conducting searches as part of investigations into the men's disappearance. On December 21st, the RGPF said via a release that it reached out to neighboring islands to aid in the search for Lewis and Hamilton. The RGPF has also contacted the Regional Security Services, RSS, for help, as well as direct assistance from Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and Puerto Rico. These countries have all committed to assisting with the search. An international bulletin was sent out to all ships and aircrafts traversing the region. According to a police press release, sometime after 9 a.m. on the 12th of December 2023, both men left Soubise St. Andrew on a fishing expedition in a small blue fishing vessel named Up Top and have not returned since. Lewis is approximately 5 feet 5 inches in height, slim built, and brown in complexion with a cornrow hairstyle. Hamilton is slim built, brown in complexion with Indian hair. Anyone with information that can assist in locating the missing men is asked to contact the Grenada Coast Guard at 444-1931 or 459-2385, the Grenville Police Station at 442-7224, Police Hotline at 444-1958, Police Emergency 911, or the nearest police station. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Telesford.
Several Grenadian women are benefiting from a one-week workshop organized by UNESCO in partnership with government that will help develop their craftsmanship and business. More in this Rena P. Thomas report.
The Grenada National Commission for UNESCO, in collaboration with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development and the Grenada National Museum, is hosting a one-week workshop dubbed Empowering Women Artisan Through Product Design Mentoring. The workshop, which commenced on Wednesday, January 10th and will conclude on January 18th, is focused on women involved in craft production, jewelry, basket weaving, textiles, and woodwork, among others. It is tailored to elevate and empower women's craft through invaluable mentoring and guidance. Judy-Ann Antwine, representative of the Grenada National Museum, in her remarks said that her organization is always excited to help with the development of local products, especially those crafted by women.
The Grenada National Museum is always happy to partner with organizations in important events like these, especially where women are given the opportunity to elevate themselves and their businesses, which contribute to the tourism industry and local economy. The craft work produced in Grenada proudly represents our culture and history and contributes significantly to developing our creative industry. The Grenada National Museum is aware of the time, creativity, and energy and skill that is required to create your beautiful works. And we are happy that you've taken this opportunity offered by UNESCO to improve the quality and reach of your products.
The workshop kicked off with 3 in-person sessions from January 10th to the 12th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Kirani James Athletic Stadium. This will be followed by exclusive one-on-one sessions with participants from January 15th to the 18th, mentoring with international design and development consultant Daniela Vascara.
Always very happy because I have the honor and the happiness to work with artisans for 25 years already, since the beginning of my career as a designer, textile designer, specialized in looms, traditional looms, and expert Andean weaving. We don't make this a livelihood, a real livelihood, then it will die in time. We have to preserve our traditions, but also have a strategy in mind, a business strategy.
Over 7 women are participating in the workshop. Rena P. Thomas, GBN News.
Well, business operators are displaying their creative ways to celebrate Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence through the GBN eyesore lens. Stay with us.
A good eye captures all. GBN eyesore is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Creatives and small business owners are on a roll this independence season. Tonight's feature is business owner Dylan Batiste's creation of a plush mat displaying Grenada's official 2024 independence logo and a theme, One People, One Journey, One Future. Batiste decided to use his creativity and business to show his patriotism. We at the GBN encourage others to do the same and send it to us via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Ready, football fans. This is your invitation to the most thrilling football event to kick off the new year. Welcome to the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. The semi-finals are ready to ignite Mont Rouge playing field in Grenada, St. George, and you're invited to witness the excitement. Mark your calendars for Saturday, January 13th. The first electrifying match kicks off at 1 p.m. sharp, featuring the dynamic St. John Sport taking on Eagles Super Strikers. Feel the passion, witness the skill, and cheer for your favorites. But wait, there's more. At 3 p.m., the action continues with St. Andrews Football League clashing with the formidable GBSS FC. It's a battle of strategy, strength, and sheer willpower. You don't want to miss a single moment of this epic showdown. And then the grand finale. Join us again on Saturday, January 20th for the championship match. The stakes are higher and the excitement is at its peak. Best part, admission is absolutely free. Bring your friends, family, and every football enthusiast you know. It's a celebration of talent, teamwork, and the spirit of youth football. So are you ready to be part of the action? We'll see you at Mont Rouge Playing Field on Saturday 13th and Saturday 20th January for the Sandals GFA National Under-15 Tournament. Let the games begin.
right, it's 15 minutes after 7 o'clock. Welcome to the conversation this morning. And just a slight change. Mr. Dabrio, unfortunately, will be more in the mid-morning buzz this morning. There must have been a mix-up with the timing there. So he's on his way down all the way in Guelph. Be safe, my bro. But he will be appearing on the mid-morning buzz instead. So it's time for the conversation. Remember the word of the day today, the word circumspect. As someone described that circumspect is careful to consider all circumstances and risks before doing or saying something. And the thought of the day, you don't always get what you wish for, but you get what you work for. A good friend of mine, Miss G, she sent me this as usual. Let's go. I have a couple quotations from her here. One of them says, "Yes, my child, life will test you. Even after you make it, life will make it through the storm. Life will drop you to your knees, because that's what life does. It tests you, it teaches you. And the lessons are hard because wisdom demands adversity. So you learn not to hide from pain or run from battle. Instead, you face them and you rise because you've discovered that the only way to conquer darkness is to walk bravely in the light." I love this. Thank you, Miss G. There's another one that says, "Press on. Nothing in the world can take the place of persistence. Talent will not. Nothing is more common than unsuccessful men with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is almost a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. The slogan, 'Press on,' has solved and always will solve the problems of the human race." Press on, yeah. Keep moving forward. Aluta continua. Yeah, that's it. Thank you, Miss G. Happy day to you. Want to reach out and say a very special good morning to the officer in charge and the members of the team of the St. Paul's Police Station again. Continue doing your exemplary work, Inspector Leon McQueen and your team, engaging the community. It is being talked about, and I do hope that the relevant authorities are looking at this, and that this action, your style of leadership, can be used as a prototype to other stations in terms of engaging the communities, mixing and mingle, letting them know the do's, the don'ts, and what is expected of them. Kudos, bro. Keep up the great work. And while at it, good morning to your family, Miss Merrill and Zilon. Zilon, good morning. What's up, bro? Yeah, Zilon usually does that for me. Good morning, Z. All right. Folks, it's 18 minutes after 7 o'clock. Let's have a conversation this morning. What do you want to talk about? What's bothering you? Something that is bothering me, that video that is making the rounds with the fight, that altercation with the bus driver and the passenger, and even in that simple little altercation, man, gone. That's my concern. Gone. Let's go to the telephone line right away. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning to you, Mr. Anderson. How are you doing this morning?
Culture man, good morning. Welcome. How are you?
Yeah, well, thank God it's Friday, and half a century is coming up very soon, eh?
What coming up?
The half a century, man.
Oh, the 50th. Yes.
Yeah,
Culture man, you reached 50 already?
Yes.
Are you still young?
I'm going for my 90 now.
You're going for your 90? Okay, all right.
Any case, the minister would want to have sit up in St. Andrews, not that the people is stuck in it. The people is complaining that they not seeing her. They want to know what wrong and what happened. That's Miss Kate Lewis, because from the time she won her seat, I think after election, I know that the party in the community and thank the people and them, and that she never passed back again because the people want to know what's going on and what is really taking place,
Okay.
So that's the problem with the Minister Kate Lewis, So I hope that she listens and somebody will tell her,
well, Cultiaman, a quick correction there. She's not a minister, right? She's the parliamentary representative for the area.
Yeah.
All right, she's not a minister, okay?
All right, okay. But the culture is them good still, Well, on the body point, doesn't matter. She wanna see to she know whatever, But the people they not see her, so they want to know what's really going on and what really kicking. But again, I will say good morning to her still,
Okay.
And say good morning to all the ministers out of office in office. I want to say a place I am special good morning to Ms. Delma Thomas, all the ministers and them, and without office and them without office. So I want to say good morning to the former Prime Minister too. So good morning to our Prime Minister, the loving young man.
All right.
Have a good morning, Mr. Innocent.
You too, Cultiaman. Have a good day, right?
All right, yeah, okay.
Blessings. Matthew Morin, yes, brother, good morning too. Sharon Sylvester says, good morning, spicy people, home and abroad. GBN and Mr. Innocent, love you all. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Anika Reese says, good morning. Francis Buckmeyer, good morning, everybody. Good morning, Francis. Cameron Andrew says, good morning, my colleagues, them. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent, and morning to listeners and morning to viewers.
Welcome to the program.
Yes, two things. Just a little bit on the former and the previous caller. It goes to show how I'm not referring to him per se, but it goes to show how much we need to educate our people. I hear people all the time making that error of referring to somebody who is in Parliament as a minister. I remember it was even worse years ago when somebody was saying they had two prime ministers in 2008. We had to really find a way to help our people understand process, understand structure, and so on, so that they wouldn't make the kind of mistake that we make. We mix up things, and that's a problem. In terms of my main issue this morning, I would say is to deal with how even your entity treats the situation as the Gaza situation. You have South Africa, which we should all feel proud of having the courage to take Israel to the International Court of Justice. And the proceeding, I would have thought that like an entity like yours, and by the way, as I said before, your entity is the main, probably the only entity I listen to. I don't watch, I listen. And I would have thought in terms of in the process of in an effort to educate people, especially since there's such confusion, that the court proceeding could have been, even if it's snippets, be aired or shown so that people can get an appreciation of what was happening. For instance, the representative of South Africa it's very difficult to defeat his contribution, he and the other woman. Today we have Israel responding. At least nothing has been mentioned about that. Instead, we have news about American strike in Yemen. To me, that's a planned thing. I don't mean on your radio station to deflect the issue of the proceeding at the International Court of Justice. I think, we really need to help our people to be on top of things, not just in terms of, have them thinking that we are so bright, we are so intelligent, and then when we have to deal with people at the higher level, international level, we become dumb. And this is what happened. I will end by saying that I remember a lecturer at St. George's University who is not a national, saying that he used to feel so embarrassed that when they have conversation at St. George's University, the people who talk the most are people from outside, and most of the Grenadians remain silent. I mean, we have to find a way to imbibe, or for want of a better word, confidence in our people, so people will feel that we can participate in life at the highest level in the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 24 minutes after 7 o'clock. Roger Buckmeyer, go back, Ide. Good morning to you, bro. Hope you're doing fine. The number to call 435-2041. I'm gonna have a relative, not a planned topic this morning. Just give you the opportunity to voice whatever is something that you want to, the public to be aware of. Sweetie Williams says, good morning, GBN. Happy Friday, guys. Blessed weekend. Thanks, sweetie. Who else is on the platform? Roger is here. Jennifer Lawrence says, good morning, innocent viewers, listeners. Have a blessed day. Yvonne Courtney says, good morning to everyone in Grenada. It's Frosted Flakes Jr. Good morning, boss. Happy Friday. Joseph Ross, good morning, Mr. Gordon. Pleasant day to everyone on the GBN Live Network. Blessed weekend to all. Jillian McIntyre says, good morning, Mr. Joseph. Good morning, Jillian. Arthur Langan, my brother from New York, good morning to you. Good morning, David Sylvester. All right, hope you're doing fine. Shutter Skull, good morning, Garden from the BVI. Wow, you're gone far, bro. Good morning. Spice Quinn says, we the public didn't feel disrespected. We good. We saw the most important part. Now, Finbert Thomas says, prior to the actual swearing in, the public knew of the reshuffle. A matter of fact, there was a press conference prior to the swearing in. Alpheus Duncan, good morning, Grenada. Love from SVG. A blessed day to you, my bro G. All right, Alpheus, good morning to you. Okay, folks, the number that you can call, it's 435-2041. I'm going to ask a question, yeah? I'm going to ask a question, and I really want you to chip in. With the influx of the illegal firearms on the island, does it make you feel safer or more unsafe? The proliferation of illegal firearms on the island, does it make you feel safer or more unsafe? Good morning, caller.
Morning, Innocent. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Welcome.
Innocent, I want to kind of agree with the previous caller in terms of the African country that took Israel to the International Court of Justice. I agree with him, and I look forward today to see what would be Israel's support, what will be Israel's defense, because I can't see anything to defense, because if you say you want to get rid of Hamas, you can't destroy innocent people. So I really compliment that African country for taking Israel before the International Court of Justice. It's long overdue. Secondly, I want to talk about this road in Molyneux. I'm not an engineer, but I'm just wondering if, whether it's NNP or NDC government, you think we should spend all this amount of money on that road and then probably 2 or 5 or 6 years afterwards? I'm just asking. I'm not accusing. I'm just wondering, because it's my taxpayers' money that will be paying. I'm just wondering if that road, or if that place is really gravel, because I know there's a gravel heap in, across by some parts by River Road, etc. I'm wondering if they really do an in-depth, really study the soil. Is it gravel? So I'm just concerned, really. I don't want them to spend all this amount of money, and then 5 years afterwards we start to spend $1 million again, because that road don't seem to be steady. So I don't know the road that was created afterwards. I think Monkuma, one like that. I don't know. I think I need to look at it. Okay. Also, I wanted to see the thing about bus fares. No, I remember a driver was saying the other day, not bus fare. A driver was saying the other day, because apparently people was complaining how buses not running late at nights and whatever the case is. And that person was saying, if I remember, that people don't pay the fares in the night, they want to fight you, all kind of a thing. So probably the reason why probably people not getting transportation in certain hours of the night is probably because the people are not paying the bus fares, and the drivers and the conductors feel that their lives are at risk, and no government and nobody can do anything about that. So probably that is why there's a problem of lack of transportation at certain hours in the night.
But if that, hold a sec, if that is a problem that people are not paying, that problem is easy to be solved. All you need to do is you pay before you enter the bus.
Yes, I agree. You pay people, but what they're trying to say, even if I hear right, but innocent, even before they enter the bus on the bus terminal, or the people could still refuse not to pay. I think mainly they was talking about the people that they pick up on the road. I'm not sure, but it's the same thing that could occur with people on the bus terminal because it's in the night. The only way that probably this thing could be settled, I don't know. There are some systems where you have a card and you punch it, and everybody have a. So that has to be a real organized system where people buy cards before and on entering the conductor punch it. So at the end of the month, then the driver brings those cards to the other place who is administering that program or that policy and get refund. That's the only way in which I would see that will be able to solve the problems. But once you have any night transportation, whether it's in the terminal or whether it's on the road, people have a tendency to not pay, jump off, and so on. So I think probably we should look at that area. We should look to see probably we could institute a system like that where you have this card system, you knock it out, you print it out, or whatever the case is.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? Right. There's a card that you have little holes and you punch it, and at the end of the month, the bus drivers and them go and collect it somewhere else. Probably that might be the solution. So thank you, my friend. Have a great day.
Have a good weekend, your friend. Right. Okay, bye-bye. Sharon Sylvester says, it's obvious that the proliferation of firearms in this country is a cause for concern and makes me feel very uneasy. Folks, tell you what you do at 29 minutes on to 8 o'clock. We take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
I'm a VIP. I'm a VIP.
I am VIP. I am vaccinated. I am immunized. I am protected. Our children and nation depend on vaccination for immunization. Childhood vaccination is national priority. It is their protection from disease and sicknesses. Let's all be VIPs and safeguard our beautiful Grenada. I am DJ Blackstorm and I am a VIP health champion. Be a VIP like me.
Let's all be VIP champions.
A message from the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs. Be a VIP Childhood Vaccination and Immunization Campaign in collaboration with UNICEF and the Pan American Health Organization.
Youth leaders and young people with big dreams, now is your time. We want you to be involved in Grenada's 50th anniversary of independence.
If you're between the ages of 14 and 30, you are invited to participate in the Youth Symposium. January 19th from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the Radisson Beach Resort.
We're bringing together the nation's sharpest young minds for a day of innovation, collaboration, and empowerment.
Registration is free, but space is limited. Visit the Grenada Turns 50 social media pages for the registration form or speak to your school's principal.
This is not just an event, it's a movement.
The Youth Symposium for Grenada's 50th independence. Let's make history together. Because in Grenada, I can, you can, we can.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So, when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Patricia Williams says good morning. Akim K. Nicholas also says good morning. Nikisha Roberts, good morning, my friend. Good morning, Nikki. Alexandra Velez says, blessed Friday to all my beautiful Spice Isle people. Wendy Williams says good morning. Kathy Charles, Ras Kathy from Tobago, good morning. Morning, Ras, how you doing? Genevieve Wellington, or Gwenny Wellington rather, says good morning to everyone. Matthew Morin, pay before you come in. All right, good, nice. So you know the number, 435-2041. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How are you doing?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
Thank you. Innocent, imagine the government facilitates reshuffle. First, before I say that, I remember when I was growing up, my mother told us, remember, 2 wrongs don't make a right. So the government has a reshuffle, and the day after, or 24 hours after, they call in the media to question them to say what was. Now, if the media is the one that's supposed to report, the refusal of the media to go, does it inform us? They talk about the media being the 4th estate or the 5th estate responsible for it. So the media takes the position, they without sin so they can cast the first stone. So are we better off? Are we better off? Like, I remember when the media takes that position, they said, we're here, we're not supposed to be subjected. So we're no longer responsible for informing the public. So the media must remember, years ago when there was the genocide in Rwanda, the media was responsible. So the media is not without sin. So you are supposed to inform the people whether or not the government should facilitate them at that time or not. But to say that the media was shut out is wrong, because the following day, the media was called to ask and to inform the people as to what took place. Have a good day.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. 435-2041. It's 23 minutes on to the hour of 8 o'clock. That is our time. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. You've got to do better than that. Turn the volume down and call back, all right? Nice. Someone on WhatsApp asked the question. Good morning, Brother Innocent. What do you expect from that question? Yes, I go feel safe protecting myself. Where can I get one, please? And she says, laugh out loud. Oh my goodness, never a dull moment in Grenada. But no, on a serious note, we're not used to that. Where are they coming from? Where should we start searching and blocking off? Because too many of them are here. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Innocent. How are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
Right. South Africa. What South African government don't want to take PW boat and them to court, and those people that slaughter the 500 children down Soweto? All the people that die from apartheid, these are the things that Mandela didn't do it. These are the things that South Africa had to go and do and bring those people to justice. What Israel do, Israel right to do it. And if they didn't do it now, you know what they're doing? They will take the whole of Israel.
Let me ask you a question, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you saying Israel is right to be, killing so many innocent civilians?
The Hamas is fighting with civilian clothes.
Okay.
So whenever a citizen die, they say civilian. You understand?
So Hamas is disguising as civilians?
Civilians. So what I would have done, I tell you, I would have declared everybody to come out from that area. And who don't leave, I treat them as a soldier. You understand me?
Okay.
I treat them as a soldier. Right? Israel have right to defend itself. But Israel see why yet, to come, all the countries around Israel, they will come together. Iran start it up. They will come together and samples Israel, Russia, North Korea, China, all of them.
So don't you think that would be the commencement of World War III?
That's the coming of Christ.
Okay, that's when he come in.
Yes, and then.
Okay.
She will fight, She's strong, She's gonna fight. But I think they go take quarter of Jerusalem.
Okay.
And then the Jews go realize that, hey, some of them serving the wrong God.
Okay.
And then God go up there and speak and say there is no other God before me.
Okay.
But America must support Israel. And the way she gets his strength from, the day she come out of Israel and don't support Israel, she's done.
Okay.
Take it from me.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you, caller. Have a good weekend, all right?
You too, bye.
All right, good. Folks, it's 20 minutes on to 8 o'clock. There are so many varying, concepts and perceptions and, thing as it relates to that. Good morning, caller.
Greetings, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome.
I say not very much this morning, but I just wish to urge my Grenadian people that when they get on public radio and speak about matters that they know nothing of, they should be meticulously careful because the world listens to us. They hear us, and many people listen because they want to get a feeling of who Grenadians are, how they think, etc., etc. Have a nice day, William, Mr. Joseph. We'll be back.
You too, citizen. Have a great one yourself. It's 19 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Varying opinions and, stands. Good morning. Welcome.
How are you?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanking God for life.
Nice to hear you. You just made my day.
Oh, my God. It's only God's grace.
Right.
Sir, the previous caller mentioned war. And, we all are thinking about it. It's in the air. It's been prophesied. But, so as I'm learning based on prophecies that we are getting, this Third World War don't have to take place if only we repent. But, many of us won't repent. So the Lord has to allow it to happen because of He has to chastise the world for many things. And you know why the Lord will allow this war if we don't repent? Mr. Innocent, He allowed it off for some things that are happening on the earth, some things that we are doing that is really breaking His heart. One, the abortion of innocent children. Two, the trafficking, the sex trafficking of children, drug trafficking, rape and murder, homosexuality, same-sex marriage, even war among ourselves. And another thing is, whether we like it or not, people say one, but the Word of God say another, homosexuality. Do you know what happens to children when they are sold into sex trafficking? I'll just give you a little scenario. I'll be brief. These people will take a children as young as 10 or 10-year-old child, and they'll put that child in a room, stuff him out, they'll take him out, he or her, because they're doing boys too. So because they have other children lying up outside waiting, they don't want to hear the children outside to hear the screaming. So when they are having sex with these young children, they take them out so they wouldn't scream. But sometimes it's one 10-year-old child, so in one night, 10, 20, 30, 40 men have sex with her until she passed. Sometimes she pass out, practically pass out. And they would have these organs to sell into this industry for beautification industry, and sometimes they discard the body by in some way that the bodies cannot be found. But these innocent children are crying out. So now God take these children with him. They are happy in heaven, but the perpetrators are going to go to hell if they don't repent.
Okay.
So the Lord is asking us to pray for these people so they will stop these terrible acts. If we don't, He's going to allow the war to punish us for these terrible acts to reach out the face of the earth. Thank you for following me.
Have a great weekend, all right? 435-2041, that's the number. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, bro. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Welcome to the program.
That's preschool in Dunfermline. He has been broken into again. It seems like that person know when the school officials go and make groceries, or they're living close to that school.
Okay, let me ask you this. Are the people who are responsible for the school, are they making reports to the police station?
I want to believe so.
Well, because that's the thing to do, or put a security guard there.
I want to believe. Well, the ministry will have to do that. You know. But you can't have somebody going into little baby stuff at the time. You know, it's just on.
Well, my take on this is talking about it on the radio is not working because you've spoken about it before. So what is important is that to take remedial action. A number of them either get a security guard to...
You think I should go and be a security guard?
Say that? Okay, you need to get your phone sorted out, bro. 15 minutes on to 8 o'clock, 435-2041. The solution is simple. You get the police involved, or you hire a security guard to work the night shift. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, brother. Good morning. A little while I didn't hear from you. But anyhow, the lady that spoke there a while ago, that lady has a lot of information. She needs to go and talk to the police. And how does she know? How does she know about these things? Was she there? People have to be very careful of what they're saying. Okay. Miss Lady, I think you need to go and talk to the police and give the police this information that you have.
Okay.
You understand what I mean?
Yes.
If you know so much, you could be part of a serious case. So go and give the police the information. People have to be very careful about what they say on the radio. You know, the world is listening. And get your facts before you come on the radio and make yourself look stupid. Okay. God, have a blessed day, my brother. Educate them in unison. Educate them.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Have a good one. It's 14 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Back to the telephone line. Good morning.
Good morning, Innocent.
Welcome to the program.
Good morning to your listeners and viewers. I want to thank you all again for giving me the opportunity to hear GBN in the morning.
Okay.
I don't know what seems to be the problem, but that signal seems to be going ever so often. I mean, this is my only thing that I stay tuned to get information. But the northwestern side seems to be cheated most of the time from that platform.
Okay.
Please, GBN, work on that thing for us.
All right. Say it like the Africans will do. I beg you.
Take care, my brother.
Have a good one. Folks, it's 13 minutes on to 8 o'clock. There's so many issues out there, man. I wish we had the solutions to all the problems of the world, but we don't. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Mr. Lucian.
Welcome to the program.
What happening to us? I wanted to say you all. We don't have discipline. Discipline, as you were a teacher and you know.
Turn down your volume, please.
Mind. It's a state of the mind. And this is the problem with us. Anything you're doing, you must have discipline in it. Even you, as an officer, you have to, I didn't say you must, you know. I don't think you have some little irregularities, so you have to discipline yourself in certain things too. I myself have to discipline.
Yes, you have to discipline yourself by turning on the volume when you call.
Well, I'm conscious of that, but because I have to control the air, where the volume, where the communication takes place, I cannot do that. But we supposed to control ourselves because we're supposed to have brains. But some of us have brains that are not reasonably developed. In other words, we think our brains are developed. That is why we steal. That is why we import guns, or we hide guns, and we use, because we believe according to the level of our intelligence, we believe that we would never be caught.
Okay.
And when we are being caught, everybody I sorry for him, I sorry for her. Why should you sorry for people that maybe they don't have understanding. The important thing is, once you and others like you start discipline the people, whether it be the leaders, maybe they have to discipline themselves. I'm not talking about any particular leader, So don't ostracize me, and when I call, you cut me off or you say, my phone making noise.
Let me tell you what I would do, right? Seeing that you're instilling discipline, I'm going to use you as the guinea pig, and I will start disciplining you. All right?
I might be a wrong guinea pig.
Have a good day. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. Bro.
Enjoy yourself.
Have a good weekend. Folks, it's 10 minutes away from 8 o'clock. We take a final commercial break in the segment, and then we come back with a wrap. Don't you go anywhere.
On February 3rd and 4th, the Grenada Motor Club presents Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags at Pearls International Speedway, St. Andrews. Come out to see our local boys compete against the fastest drag racing cars the Caribbean has to offer. There will be special entertainment from one of the Caribbean's top drifters and live performances from one of our local artists. February 2nd is the welcome party at Lavo Lanes. February 3rd, test and tune at Pearls International Speedway. And February 4th, drag race finals. Contact us at Grenada Motor Club 473@gmail.com. Grenada's 50th Independence Invitational Drags, February 3rd and 4th at Pearls International Speedway. This will be an epic one.
Grenada, as we celebrate 50 years of independence.
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a beautiful night, honey.
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me, controlling.
Grenada's best Calypsonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raised her hand and she tell me, making no place sweeter than home.
Your new Grenlec bill is even easier to read and still has all the valuable information you need to track and manage your usage.
Hey Mom, okay, your friendly tech support is here. So you got the new Grenlec bill? Let's take a look. The new bill makes it even easier to see your bill total, the due date, and much more. And take a closer look. It actually is a lot easier to understand. Let me show you. You can still see exactly what the charges are for, but in a great new format, it even shows how the cost of generating and delivering the electricity to you is calculated using your actual usage. And Mom, let Lucy know she can check out Grenlec's new Understanding Your Bill video. Anyway, look who says hi, and see you soon.
Your new Grenlec bill, easier to understand and easier to track your usage.
Served Grenada for decades, we are the #1 and largest electrical supplier.
Hi, welcome to Sun Electrical. How may I help?
We offer electrical wiring accessories, tools, and appliances for all residential, commercial, and industrial applications, which is what we are known for. And we expanded our products with new innovative ways to modernize your home. New homeowners will be captivated in our lighting showrooms.
Some more pendant lights here. These are very multifunctional because they can work for kitchens, living rooms, bedrooms.
We have a wide selection of lighting, ranging from indoor to outdoor and solar. We are also available for site visit services to assist you with selecting the perfect light for your forever home. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grenada, St. George. Sudden Electrical. Best value, expert advice, quality products. We hope to see you soon.
Welcome back to the conversation. Let's go to one of my WhatsApp contributors. Says, good morning, Innocent. Blessed day to you and your listeners. I feel compelled to respond not to the caller, but following the response to the caller who spoke about the human trafficking. What the lady said about human trafficking, including the trafficking of children, is true. That's why we need to educate ourselves about the things around us. I think we should not ignore these things and should not bury our heads in the sand. Why are we so afraid to talk about sex and its related issues? What do we think people are selling children for? To resell to people who can't have? Wrong. Okay, contributor, thank you very much. All right, let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning, caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Joseph.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. I'm listening to the program as per usual, but I felt this morning the need to call again because I realized that oftentimes many people make very valuable contributions, and sometimes we listening to want to be educated. But others will call, and rather than refer to or address what has been said, they are addressing the person. And it seems to be a personal thing. And I would like to really and truly ask the listening public if we could desist from attacking personalities and people and bring out information to the contrary if it has to prove or to disprove issues rather than to disprove people or to, because this acts as also a form of manipulation and intimidation. Others may want to call after and give their opinion and share their views, but because of what is taking place, they might refrain from doing it. And it's valid information. So let's keep the personality things out of it, please, and let's try to be more informative and educated.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much. Good morning. Is there a law that says all the media entities must be present at all government functions? Meanwhile, the media needs to polish their questioning skills. Let's go back to the telephone line and say good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
Yeah, someone just called and say about America and Israel. Does they know that the same thing that happened to Israel happened in America too? In 1948, after the Hitler genocide with the Jews in Germany, the American and the British and them took the Jews from Europe and brought them to Palestinian land and occupied it. They don't know that? Then the same European went to the American and killed out the Indian and took over them and called themselves American right now. A lot of people don't know that. Over 200 million Indian was crucified and massacred in order for the Europeans to take over America. I wish they could get a part.
Okay. Thank you, caller. Thank you very much. Folks, it's 2 minutes away from 8 o'clock. Good morning, Nisha.
Good morning, Innocent.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, and how are you?
I am good. Yeah, I can't say good on the radio there. Somebody will call and beat me. Yeah.
Say that.
All is well?
Yeah,
you look beautiful as always.
As always.
Yeah.
I'm blessed.
Yeah, blessed and highly flavored. Favored.
I like flavored. Flavored and
flavored. Okay, folks, my colleague Nisha Peters. I get it right this time? Yes. Nisha Peters. And let's take our final caller and do the wrap. Good morning, caller. All right, caller, you got to get it sorted out. Okay, well, tell you what, folks, this is where we wrap it up for today. It's time for us to end the program. It's been a wonderful week, I think, and if the good Lord spare our lives, we look forward to another conversation on Monday, if all goes well. All my online viewers and listeners and contributors, thank you. Spice Quinn, good morning. Have a good weekend. Phyllis Ramsey, say good morning, Nisha.
Good morning, Phyllis.
All right. Phyllis, she says good morning. All right. Good morning, Miss Valerie Farry out there in the Agai. Good morning. Hope you're doing fine. Have a great day as always. Folks, be safe for the weekend. Leave the guns to the police and the legal carriers of them. All right? Be safe. And if the good Lord spare your lives, we'll do this again on Monday. I love you. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.